in Saudi Arabia, in the desert. This is where it at. But God gonna make stuff grow out of the desert, trees and all that stuff. Don't worry about it. We're gonna have plenty. Don't worry about it. If you worry about that, you're missing the whole picture. Verse 15. Listen what happened. Listen what the serpent did to God's people. Go ahead.
And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman.
Understand, when he say serpent, he's talking about Satan. When he cast out a flood of water, talking about people. He casting people out to go attack these people. Just like when you see this movie called The Prince of Egypt, or Charlton Heston, the old movie, The Ten Commandments, you saw how Moses parted the Red Sea, and the children of Israel were going through, and Pharaoh come behind them, they got scared and run. And God wanted them to get out deep enough in that water, in the Red Sea, and he closed the water down on them and killed them. Don't worry about it, he's going to protect you. Go ahead, read that again. Listen what he say here.
And the serpent cast out his mouth water as a flood after the woman.
Yes, sir.
That he might cause her to be carried away of the flood.
He want to cause her, he want to destroy her, he want to destroy you for keeping these commandments. Go ahead.
And the earth helped the woman.
Yes, sir.
And the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood, which the dragon cast out of his mouth.
Just like the earth opened up, when Moses put that staff in the water, it opened up. And they crossed through. And then once the Egyptian came behind him, he closed it up. He's going to protect you. Don't worry about that. But go ahead. Listen what happened though. When he can't get the chosen people, he's going to come after the ones that didn't make it. Go ahead.
And the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed.
What are they doing? He said he went to make war with the remnant, meaning the ones that didn't get in the wilderness. This last portion that didn't get in. He went to make war with them.
Yes,
that was too scared to go. Too scared to say, I can't leave my car, I can't leave my job, I can't leave my money, I can't leave my mama, daddy, brothers, I can't leave. They're the one that gonna get caught. And you're gonna try to keep these commandments, and then he's gonna wear your behind out. Go ahead. Okay.
And the dragon was wroth with the woman.
Yes, sir.
And went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of God and have the testimony of Jesus Christ.
See, I told you. You can't keep these commandments in this new world order system where Rome don't set up. He gonna come and get you. Find out we having a Sabbath class here at this barber shop. Boy, you gonna shut it down. No, man, I own this. You own Jack. Every year I have to pay taxes. If I don't pay taxes on this building, they can take it.
Yes.
When you find whenever you get a house, whenever you get a car, whenever you get any type of possession, you gotta pay taxes on this stuff. That's how they keep that little, keep their hand in your pocket to control you. You gotta pay income taxes every year if you got a job. This is how they keep their hands in the pocket. This is how they control you. But let's go back to Psalm chapter 91. We got two more after this. Psalm 91, verse 1. The wilderness will be the only place for protection. For protection in the entire world. The only place. If you don't get there, you're not protected. They're not saying that you're not going to make it in God's kingdom now. I'm not saying it because you got in Revelation chapter 17, he saw those ones that come out of the great tribulation. But I don't want to come out of that. I want to live, I want this walk to be smooth as possible. I don't know anybody want to inflict pain on themselves and their kids. If you want to do that, something wrong with you. I remember my mom a long time ago, she used to always tell me, read this right here, it'll protect you. Protect you. And she was trying her best, you know she was trying. But this Psalm 91 talking about a future prophecy. Future. Over here in the land today, ain't no wilderness over here in America. Ain't no wilderness nowhere for Israel. It's only an appointed time that this wilderness gonna come up and those holy angels gonna be outside. The ones that got 4 heads, the ones that got 6 wings, eyes all over the wing, cast feet, you're gonna see them if you're upon this earth. They're gonna be outside of the wilderness protecting us. We're going to see a lot of destruction. He's going to show you right here. Go ahead, read that, brother. Verse 1.
He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High
Yes, sir.
shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
So it's a secret place. Secret place. And you say, well, if it's secret, why God telling you in the Bible? It's secret to the ones that don't want to hear it. They ain't got eyes to hear. They ain't got, not eyes to hear. They ain't got eyes to see or ears to hear when this stuff come out. It just go past their head. They ain't even caring about it. Man, crazy down there? Okay. If I'm crazy, God crazy. Because I'm reading everything God said. If you mad at me, you mad at God. Go ahead.
I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress.
Yes, sir.
My God, in Him will I trust.
And you know what a fortress is? It's a protection barrier. For example, your house is your protection from outside, the hot, the cold. It's like that. And He protected Israel from the destruction, because you're going to have wars going on, and you're going to actually see it with your eyes, but it ain't going to come through, it ain't going to come near you. You're going to be protected. You're going to see it. I'll show you here. Keep going.
Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler,
Yes, sir.
and from the noisome pestilence.
Snare of the fowler, talking about the enemy who has all these weapons to hurt you. He going to deliver you. Go ahead.
He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shall thy trust. His truth shall His truth shall be thy shield and buckler.
His truth shall be your shield and buckler. So you're going to trust in this. If you ain't trusting in this, it's not going to be your shield and buckler. You're not going to have faith in it. You're not going to move when it's time to move. You got to trust in this. This is your way of escape. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flies by day.
This talking about war. You're going to see this war going on. You ain't going to be afraid, because the angels going to be protecting you outside the wilderness. Go ahead.
Not for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday.
We ain't seen this right here, not in America. This stuff ain't going on right now. This talking about future prophecy. Listen what he say here. Go ahead.
1,000 shall fall at thy side, 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee.
You understand? They're going to be falling like flies. God said in the last days, in Revelation, He said 1/3 of the men upon the earth going to die. 1/3. That's a lot. Why? Because it's going to be a tribulation period, a destruction period. Military is going to be going at each other. And also, this man of sin going to go after whoever ain't keeping his laws. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 8. Only with thine eyes shall thou behold and see the reward of the wicked.
Yes, sir. That's what I want. Only with my eyes I'm going to see. The ones that didn't make it in the wilderness, you will see them fall. You're going to see it. And it's going to be hurtful to see, because it's going to be some of your loved ones. Some of the people that you know. Go ahead.
Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation.
You're in His secret place, His protection area. Go ahead.
There shall no evil befall thee,
Yes,
neither
sir.
shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling.
Ain't nothing going to come hurt you once you're in that place. Nothing. Go ahead.
For He shall give His angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways.
He shall give who?
Angels.
His angels going to be out there at that time. If you want to know what an angel look like, go to Ezekiel chapter 1. 4 heads, 6 wings, calves' feet, eyes all over the wing, and a hand under each wing. We ain't never seen nothing like that before. I ain't even seen that in the movies. Y'all seen that in the movies? We ain't seen that. And that cat gonna be out there rolling. He gonna be like a battle machine. Because they're gonna try to come in our secret place, but they can't get in there. They're gonna see us having food, water, chilling, taking care of us. And they're gonna try to take it over. And angel gonna be slicing and dicing. Go ahead.
Verse 12. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone.
So they're gonna protect you, bear you in their hand. You ain't gonna even mess up a toenail. You're gonna happen. I like this protection. Go ahead.
Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder. The young lion and the dragon shall thou trample under feet.
See, in the land today, you're gonna have a whole lot of wild animals out there. So God gonna make a covenant with the land, with the beasts of the field. You're gonna be able to pet a snake. A lion ain't gonna eat you. He gonna be right there with you. Ain't nothing gonna happen to you at this time. So this telling me this future now. Future. Ask that person, ask that man that got that cage with that lion and see what happened to him. He got ate up, didn't he? This ain't happened yet. That's why they had to shoot that gorilla. Because that gorilla was going to take that kid out. Then you have these dumb people talking about, oh, he shouldn't have shot the gorilla. My kid down there shooting. You crazy. Oh, they shouldn't have shot the gorilla. I tell you what, take your behind down there and play with it. Then you're going to be saying somebody shooting.
Right.
These folk crazy. What that gorilla name? Harare. They having a funeral for that dude, for that gorilla. Man, that's just crazy. Yes, sir. You finished with that?
Yes.
Two more. We got two more. Let's go to Revelation chapter 13 and verse 1. I want y'all to be educated so y'all can know. You ain't got to worry. You ain't got to say what Jeff doing. You already know what Jeff doing. Once you get there, I'm going to say, hey, what took you so long? I'm going to say, well, you barely made it, boy. You barely made it. Yes, sir. Let's look at what Satan government is going to be doing to these people. It's a lot in here, man. We'll be here till tomorrow if we can talk about this. It's a lot. So we had to do it little by little. Revelation 13 verse 1. Go ahead.
And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea,
Yes, sir.
having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and
Go ahead.
upon his heads the name of blasphemy.
We knew what that beast did. We just showed you that. Right? Yeah, the 7 heads and 10 horns. Go ahead. Read that again.
And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy.
See, this is European Union that they're making a fuss about right now. This man of sin, which is in Rome, this is the European Union. This is the power he's going to have at this time to run the land. And he's going to run everything. And where did he get this power from? Let's find out. Go ahead.
And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard,
Yes, sir.
and his feet were as the feet of a bear.
We talking about beast, you're talking about a king or a kingdom. King. And leopard, you're talking about the 4 different Gentile dynasties. Nebuchadnezzar, King Darius, Cyrus, and Alexander the Great. All those people. This is what he's talking about. It's interpreting for you. Go ahead.
And his mouth as the mouth of a lion, and the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority.
So who is running this? Satan. He gave them all these powers. And folks always saying, man, you ain't gonna vote? Vote for who? This Satan government. They ain't got nothing, this stuff that's going on today ain't got nothing to do with Jesus' government. This is his government. Satan. So if you're worried about that, your mind in the wrong place. It's in the wrong place. Oh, my people, your people fought to fight for you voting. And what have they done for us? We built this country. We built everything. And they give us a little crumbs from the table. Still, we're worrying about the wrong thing instead of worrying about these prophecies. They walking around, I got my patch, you got yours. I know my Georgia peach. Looking at you, man, if I open this book up on you, ask you about this, you want to know what I'm talking about. I be speaking Chinese to you. You worry about Trump, Hillary Clinton. These cats ain't got nothing for Israel, nothing for us. They're trying to control us. To cut us off, Psalm 83 said, cut them off from being a nation so the name of Israel they would not remember. They don't know they Israelites. Go ahead.
Verse 3.
Uh-huh.
And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death,
Yes, sir.
and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wandered after the beast.
When he said that deadly wound, the head was healed, talking about the revised Roman Empire. He revised it, but it ain't completely healed yet. Meaning that once it get healed, he gonna run everything just like Daniel said. Daniel chapter 11 and 7, he gonna run it all. That's when he healed in a great power. It's gonna be a dictatorship. Go ahead.
And they worshipped the dragon, which gave power to the beast.
They worship who? Satan is the dragon. That's another name for Satan, dragon, serpent. All of them the same thing. He gave them power. Go ahead.
And they worshipped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him?
I tell them all the time, I say, y'all worshiping the dragon now. I ain't worshiping no dragon. I ain't worshiping the Roman Catholic Church. What y'all doing December 25th at 3 o'clock? Well, we have Christmas. You worshiping the dragon. What y'all doing on Easter Sunday? Well, we gonna hide some eggs. You worship the dragon. The beast and the false prophet. What y'all eating today? Well, you know, Mom cooks some good old catfish and cornbread and neck bones and rice. You worshiping the dragon. And most of all, that dragon gonna make sure you have a spot in that lake of fire. I know it's tight, but it's right. That's it. Go ahead.
Verse 5. And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies. Power was given unto him to continue 42 months.
Still that 3.5 years, that tribulation period. Power given to him. Speak great things, meaning breaking God's law. He gonna blaspheme. Blasphemy talking about you going against the commandments, going against the word. That's all it's saying. It's simple. Go ahead.
And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven.
We told y'all where he gonna put his tabernacle at. In Jerusalem. He gonna sit up there and say, who? On God. Christ is home now. Y'all follow me. Go ahead. What he gonna do to us?
And it was given unto him to make war with the saints.
Make war with who?
The saints.
You ask me, you a saint? Do you know about this? No, but I'm going to heaven. Dummy. That's all I can say. You dummy. You dumb according to the scriptures. Not saying you literally dumb, you can't read it right, but you ignorant to this. He gonna make war with you if you're not in the wilderness at the time. Go ahead.
And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindred and tongues and nations.
How much is all? The whole world. Power was given to him over all kindred. Talking about nation, tongue. Talking about all different languages. The world. He gonna have it all. Why? Because God gave it to him. Because he want to take this joker down himself. He want to take him down at the end. That's why he will not be judged. He gonna put him and the false prophet in the lake of fire first. Before Satan even get in there, he gonna be in there. Go ahead.
Verse 8. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose name are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world.
So if you taking part of all them customs that I just said, your name is written in the Lamb book of life. Your name is not written in the Lamb book. You taking part of Easter, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Sunday worship, your name ain't written in it. You gonna die to death. And most of all, not just saying that fleshly death, we talking about spiritual. Meaning that you be in the lake of fire, you can't die no more. We talking about a God who killed death. Nobody will die no more. You're gonna have a spiritual body. But you gonna have, which one you gonna have? You're gonna be in the kingdom of God or the lake of fire. Ain't nobody dying no more at this time. Nobody. Nobody. Go ahead.
If any man have an ear, let him hear.
See what I say? If you have an ear, if you can hear, people got ears but they can't hear.
That's right.
They worry about, oh man, I'm ready to get out of here. Ready to go lay down. Ready to go get something to eat. Ready to go get on Facebook, YouTube, whatever they want to do. This is important. I'm not talking about y'all per se, but if it applies to you, so will. So be it.
That's right.
You don't care. But anyway, like I say, you gotta make sure you understand what's going on.
Amen.
That includes me too.
That's right.
I gotta fight this flesh too. I'm not perfect. I repent all the time. I have to keep this flesh in order. Well, let's jump down to verse 16 and see something here. These are for the people who think they can fake it and make it. Who think they can be smarter than God and say, well, I just do what he say, but I keep God at bay. Okay. Got a special thing for you. Verse 16, go ahead.
And he called all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
So this covered everybody. Rich, poor, small, and great, everybody. If you are in this system of this beast at this time, he gonna cause you to take a mark in your right hand and forehead. Some people say the computer chip. I don't know. But whatever it is, don't take it. And people gotta understand, you won't be able to buy or sell unless you have this mark in your right hand and forehead. You can own all the land you have, you can own all your cars, but you can't pay your bills. If you can't pay your bills without this mark in your right hand and forehead, how you gonna possess it? You can't possess it. You can't have it. So you in a catch-22 thinking you smarter than God. This is what he gonna tell you here. Go ahead. Verse 17.
And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, of the number of his name.
So you can't buy nothing or sell it. You can have all the money in your pocket, all the money, credit card, everything. They're gonna say, all right, I see the money, but where you mark it? I ain't got it, but take this money. He said, that's worthless. I don't deal with that. I didn't even know if you on my side, where you mark it? You can't pay for it. All right, we gotta take it. We ain't got no power. No power whatsoever. If they want to come and take this barbershop or this place of worship, they can take it. Because I ain't taking no more. I ain't taking no more. He said, verse 17 again, he said, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast, the number of his name. We know the number, that's 666. If you look at the Roman name, which is the Vicar of Christ, I forgot the name of it, Latin name of it, but his name equals up to the number 666. We covered that in another lesson. But we'll get back to that. But keep going. Listen what he say here.
Here is wisdom. Let him that has understanding count the number of the beast.
Yes, sir.
For it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
That 600, a score is 20. 66. That's 666. That's his number. But if you read in Latin, the Latin number or the Roman numbers, his name equals up to 666. They tried to strike it off so you won't see it no more. But they got people that have that record. We got it too.
Right.
But let's get to the last one right here. Revelation 18 verse 1. I just want y'all to make sure you understand for yourself. Because I can't have faith for you. You got to have faith for yourself. And a lot of kids here, like I say, your mom and dad tell you the right thing, do it. Most people say, well, I ain't lived enough. I ain't got out there on my own and do all this stuff right here. You better make sure you live in this first. Ain't nothing wrong with you get out there getting your own thing, but make sure you understand what to do when you get out there. If you easily persuaded, the world will eat you alive.
Yes.
If you really easily persuaded, it will eat you alive. This is the only way I can protect myself. I got to go back to the book and see, is this person lying according to God's word or are they telling the truth? If I don't rely on that, they can get me every time. They have got me. Made a lot of mistakes. But anyway, let's get down to this European Union that all these people talking about. It's going to fall. Verse 1. Revelation chapter 18, verse 1. This is the last one. Go ahead.
And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory.
Yes, sir.
And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hole of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
When he said this, Babylon is fallen, every clean and hateful bird, he talking about these people. It's going to fall because they instituted gay marriages. They done gave transgender rights. They done gave all this stuff to these people of the world. And then they took God's law and just threw it out the book, threw it out the way. Right? They threw it out the way. He said this system, they're not just talking about, the whole thing is America. They're talking about the whole world system, this Babylonian system. Like I'm telling you about it, Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, all these things that they are praising, this is their system. This ain't God's system. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Verse 3, all the way to 12. Go ahead.
For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
All nations. When he talking about wine, he talking about getting drunk. Talking about knowledge, doctrine. All nations. We all in here been drunk of it. Until we came into the truth and know what is right and what is wrong, what is sin and what is not. That's what he talking about wine. Go ahead.
And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her.
Yes, sir.
And the merchants of the earth was waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
The merchants of the earth have rest, because what they do is they institute a law of Mother's Day, Father's Day, Valentine's Day, and they make merchandise out of you. Well, I gotta go buy my wife something for Mother's Day. I gotta go buy my kid something, whoever something for these days, Christmas stuff. It's merchandise. They're killing you. It's bondage. I mean, we used to go on dead every year trying to get these kids something for Christmas. Trying to get these kids something for all the Easter dress and all this stuff. For what? Because this beast told you have to do it. Told you. This is how they wax rich with all type of delicacies. I'm just using that for an example. Anything. Well, listen to what God said with this. Go ahead, verse 4.
And I heard another voice from heaven say, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive none of her plagues.
He said, come out of that way of worshiping, how they're doing things, so you won't be partakers of their sin. And believe me, if you partake of the sin, God gonna pain you. Pain you. Go ahead.
For her sins have reached unto heaven, and God has remembered her iniquity.
He remembers it. Go ahead.
Reward her even as she rewarded you. Double unto her double according to her works. And the cup which she has filled to her double.
Understand that the way they did Israel as a nation, as slavery, he said, I'm going to reward them double. I'm going to pain them more than they pained us for 400 years. More. And like I said, he's going to be a time, sometime that he's going to have to stop. Because this people going to get destroyed, man. There's going to be a whole lot of destruction upon this earth. And God going to allow it. He's going to allow it. Go ahead.
How much she hath glorified herself, lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she said in her heart, I sit as a queen. I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow.
When God refers to his church, he always refers to the church as a woman. And he's the groom. He's the one going to marry. Just like Satan, he has a queen too. And it's Queen of Babylon. Who's the Queen of Babylon? Mary. Mary. You ever look at the Catholic people, how they praising Mary? They ain't even praising Jesus. They're like, Hail Mary, Mother of God. Tell them stations, on them Christian stations, see how they praise Mary. They praise Mary like a god. This is their queen. She ain't supposed to praise Mary. Mary is a woman. You're supposed to praise nobody.
Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord God who judges earth.
They're gonna come so hard, gonna make a head swim. Meaning the nation, this system, he gonna destroy it so quick in the hour. Go ahead.
And
In
the
one
king-
day.